everybody. Today what I'm going to be doing with you is we are going to be putting this picture that is complete on, mounting it on its stretched canvas. And this is a gallery wrap that I got at Home Depot half off. So I'm really excited. And I've got this ready. I'll be putting the glue on it and gluing it down to it. So this is what I use. I use that. I think I need to move my light a little over this way. There we go. This is the Gorilla spray adhesive, heavy duty. It's repositionable for a few minutes. It's got a non-yellowing clear color, indoor, outdoor, controlled spray, wide pad nozzle, bonds wood, metal, fabric, foam, plastic, paper, glass, leather, and more. So you have to be very careful. Vapor may cause flash fire, contents under pressure, and a skin irritant, so you have to be very careful with it. I usually just go outside and spray it and place it, but today I'm going to try to do a little different. I'm going to just do the top half and get that placed on there, and then I'll go outside and finish it up or whatever. If it works pretty good in here, I may open my window just to make sure that this goes out. May even, once I cut it, I may go and get some newspaper and put down on it, which I should have already done, but we'll get that done. The only thing I didn't like about this picture is the little girl turned out a little orangey yellow. She looks a little jaundiced, but it's still sweet and still cute, and I'll paint the edges of the canvas, and then I'll seal it to make sure with the Krylon Crystal Clear Permanent Protective Gloss Finish, non-yellowing, moisture resistant, dries in minutes. So this would be good for if you were going to put it in like a kitchen or a bathroom. Not a small bathroom that gets really wet in there. If you have a large bathroom where it has a lot of ventilation, this should make it to where it's moisture resistant. And that's the Krylon Crystal Clear, and it's for arts and crafts. So that's what I use. And that won't be for a while, so I'll just put that there. Okay, now the glue I'll put up here with you. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to get this camera put in a way where you can watch how I cut off the edges of the picture. So be right back. All right, so you can see that I have my cutting tool that is like a pizza cutter. It's got a safety feature, and I've got my straight edge. So all I'm going to be doing, I've got a few little scrabbles hanging on to the little extras hanging on to the sticky edge, because some of the glue is off the edge. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to lay this on there and get it as straight as I can get it up against those. Takes a little bit just to get it in there. Just a little bit more. Watch the fingers. Now I'm pressing pretty good. And so that comes off just so. See there? I'm going to keep this for my book. I usually keep a journal of each one, and I keep this in there in case any of these come off over the years, and if I have any left in there you know, I can glue them in and replace them. A lot of times you can use eyelash glue or, you know, anything that, like super glue or anything that just, you can just use a little bitty drop. But yeah, I will be using this, and so I'm gonna go ahead and cut that off. I'll be throwing this little piece away, but I will be keeping that. In case I ever lose any, I'll know what the code is. And so I turn it around to where I'm always using my right hand. I'm not having on my right side. I'm not going back over there. I'm not going over there. Anything like that. Okay. Watch the thumb. Whoops, it moved it. Sorry, everybody. Moved it. It is easy to move. Let's see, I can put this right over those. And so now we can try it. Watch our fingers. I'm pressing pretty good so that way it will go all the way through and cut it cleanly. And you won't have a lot of this fray, you know, like where when you've been messing with it, doing the picture, it tends to fray. So it cuts it nice and clean. It's really nice. I really like it. Saw someone else using these, and I was like, you know, I love that much better than scissors. Much better than scissors. Just takes a little bit getting it in there where you need it to be straight. It's really easy, very quickly. It's quick. I'm just taking extra time. Now I hit, I did cut a little tiny bit off of one of my beads, but it's not going to hurt nothing. It's not going to hurt it. Just make sure when you look at it, you haven't knocked any off. And after this, we just glue it down to the thing, and then you can paint the side, or if you want to leave it white, that's fine, or just seal it or whatever. Clear around if you wanted to. Put a hanger on it and hang it on your house. I think I went too far in. Yeah, you can hear me. You can hear me hitting some of the beads, but it's not going to hurt it. No. And see, now there's where I stopped to, because there's a bead sticking out. I didn't get it quite even right there when I did the picture. Must have been a late night. Sometimes I'll work on these very late. Very on up into the morning to try to get them done. This was a pretty big picture, so now we can take and put this on. And we can look at it, see how it's going to fit. And it should fit very close. Very close. Very close. See, I won't have to really paint much of anything. In fact, I could actually paint it now, let it dry, and then put the adhesive on it. But I kind of like painting it after I put this on, because the glue tends to leave like even though it dries clear, it leaves a little mess on it. I mean, you can kind of see it on top of the paint. So yeah, so you see how nice that is? It's going to be really nice, isn't it? I was going to paint it pink. I thought, and I think I may just paint it black all the way around, because I think it'll pop the colors. If I paint it pink, there's so much pink and things in it that I think the black will probably be better. and I got some of that. So anyways, I'll stop this right now, and then I'll get set up for the, okay everybody, I've shook the can for a good minute, and I've put my newspaper down, and now I'm going to fold this over. I know I've got it where I want it. I'm going to fold this over, and I'm going to spray it while I fold it over. And be very gentle, because I don't want popping drills. Whew. I do have my window open. There you go. I've got it. Now we're going to put this one back down. This side back down. And I'm going to delicately press it. Okay. Now I'm going to turn it back around. And I'm going to pull this side up. It's okay if it splotches. It will flatten out once I get it down on there. Yep. Okay. Now, I'm going to lay that down the way it goes. And there we go. That's how easy it is. And see, it may seep through a little bit, and it just helps to hold the diamonds in. So what I can do now is I will turn it over and press it. Press it really, really, really good. Press out, there, up, down, and really press it. You know, hurt it this way. I'm just getting it to stick even more. Okay. You can even use your rolling pin. I've got a rolling pin. Or you can use another one of these and do that if you want. But there is a little lip right there, so you really don't need to do that. You don't want to. All right, now let's pull it up. Good, it didn't stick to the newspaper. Now, if you are afraid of the ink getting on this, use just regular news. You can buy newsprint paper from Amazon. Oh, I'm stuck. I'm always getting stuck to it. And see, I probably have that much left. I've already done two 60 by 60s and one 16 by 20 already. And now I've done a 50 by 50. So that tells you how much this can has. And if you can't find this, you can get it on Amazon. And I'll put a link down in there for it for Amazon. Okay, so that's how you do that. And now I'm going to paint the side. Okay, everybody, I've got my apple barrel black that I'm using right there. And I run out of paper plates. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use one of these. I have 50 million of these and I never use the tops. We just use them to heat soup up. I eat soup every day. So yeah, I love soup. Let's get this out there. And it shouldn't take a whole lot just to do the edges. And that way you can see really how easy it is to do. You could leave the white around it if you don't mind it. And it's real easy. Now, it's not too easy around the back. Now see, I got some on there, but it will rub off. I'm just going to do the edge, and then I can get a small brush to do the, because see, I've got a, okay, now, I'm getting it on me. Where's my little scissors? gonna cut this little hair. There's one little hair sticking off of here that I was going to get. Let's see if I can get it wet and maybe it'll lay down. It's real easy, you just do it real fast. You don't gotta be really precise with it. Just on the edge, you know, this is real simple. The main thing y'all worry about is getting your finger in it and swiping some of the color off, like I just did. And that's what I do. I'm not doing that. My big fingers. My kids call me man hands like on the Seinfeld. I mean, they laugh at me all the time over my big old hands. And the reason my hands are big like that is because I trained horses, rode horses all my life. Well, not all my life, but from like 7th grade up. And I helped my dad because I wanted a horse. I had to help work to get the land ready for a horse. If you wanted a horse, if you wanted something, you have to work for it. A lot of kids nowadays don't know how to do that. And if your children do, wow, that's great. Great, great, great. I'm so excited for you. And you trained them up the way they should go. Nobody likes to have to work. My husband, he works really hard and loves to work, but he would rather stay home. He'd rather go deer hunting. Okay, so I've done that edge. And see, I can actually take a Sharpie marker and go in there in the white if I wanted to, and not ever even do this on the edge if I didn't want to. Okay, so I'm actually reaching. Oh, look, see, I did it again. Okay, really, my paint should be over here. Yeah. Okay. I don't want that to fall off of here. So really, I'm sorry you can't see me actual paint. The side that you're kind of not on the right side for seeing the actual paint go down on it, but you'll see the end result of it. And just use a very good brush that has an edge to it. And so the only thing is I think those pears finally laid down. That was kind of wanting to go their own way. Usually just clip those off close to the very end. And this is what I cut my corners and my molding. I didn't tape them. I used this brush to go around my molding and everything. There you go. This side is done except for just that little bit of white right there, which I'm going to be very careful with. I've got a good steady hand. I don't. Well, anyways, they call me man hands because in high school I also did the weightlifting class instead of regular. I had surgery on my right hand for a cyst removal that come from just doing too much hard work, heavy lifting, and I would, now look, I'm getting a little off here. I was going across my face, so that made the end of it end of the brush not work out. But I can go in with a Sharpie, like I said. Let's not mess it up, Lara. Okay, now, I'm gonna end up with this paint on the floor with stupid newspaper. Causing issue. But riding horses, doing farm work, building fences, barbed wire fences, and things like that. Really took a toll on my hand, but it's okay. I would tighten my own saddle, get off and tighten it some more, and tighten it up as tight as I could. And when I went in ninth grade, I could lift 150 pounds easy in my weightlifting class. So, and that caused my hands to get big. And see, now I hurried that, but it's not gonna hurt. I mean, you really cannot tell when you hang it up that you've actually got a little paint here and yonder on some of the little beads on the edge. It really just looks like it's a part of the picture, because it sort of looks like shading. Let's see how I use the brush right there, just that edge. Okay, I'm gonna move this more like that. Get the rest of it. And it doesn't take a lot of paint to do this. Now see, now there I did that, but it's gonna be fine. You really cannot tell. See, I did it there. It's okay. You can wipe it off with your finger. Or you can have a little baby wipe or wet rag. Wipe it off. It'll come right off, because this is acrylic paint, water-based. And see, I don't have to worry about the glue messing up the look of a finished painted edge. Okay. There goes our neighbors. I was going to church. That's awesome. Here we go. I have a pastor in church up in Tennessee I watch on Facebook. His name is Dr. Phil Kidd, and if you like the old-timey preaching, that very old-timey, strong preaching, that's what he does. And you can look him up on Facebook for Dr. Phil Kidd at Emmaus in Kingsport, Tennessee. And whether or not you want that to be your church or what, it doesn't matter. They're King James only, independent, fundamental, dare I say it, because nowadays that's getting a little cliquish, and more organized, you know what I'm saying? And the independent was supposed to be out away from organized religion and just going by what the Bible said, scripture according to everything. Can't go wrong with that, because it's the Word of God. No man-made mess. But anyways, so yeah, I kind of hate that my kids call me that after seeing it on Seinfeld. Okay, I've got to make sure I do this one carefully. So carefully. And there we go. Getting in there as good as I can. This side is white. I've got like one little chunk of hair with paint on it. That was helping me. So any white that I can see, I won't try to go any closer. I'll take a Sharpie marker and just kind of angle it in on it. if it bothers me, but I'm gonna try to grab it in a way that y'all can see the edges and see how that makes that color pop. Yeah, I have a lot of white right there, and I will be getting that with the and see, you can see where I've touched it. But I can touch that up. After it dries, I'll touch those little spots up, because the more I handle it, the more I'm going to do that with. So that's what it looks like right now. So it will be drying very soon. Now, if it's still streaky, some of it I see it's streaky, the canvas is soaking up some of the paint. Just do another coat if you want to. You can do a whole nother coat. So what I'm going to do is let this dry. If I can put it down without messing up anything. There we go. Now see, I'm messy. I had a few little visitors that came today. Let me see if I can turn you around so you can see them. Do you see them? There you are. Say hey. Hey. Okay, they're eating their little cornflakes, and they got some milk, and they're sitting on a big old tiger. Let me see if I can get it to show you. See that? A big old stuffed tiger. He pulled it in here by the tail. So he caught the tiger by the tail, little Isaac did, and pulled it in here. So now they're using it to sit on. Poor tiger always looks like he's dead, because somebody has either used him as a pillow or whatever. So yeah, my walls are blank, but this is what I'm getting these ready to be put up on the wall. This is when I did my very first diamond painting. So yeah, see, it went down on there really nice. So, and this one is sealed with a Krylon. So, as far as some of the diamond shiny, it does kind of take it away a little bit, but not too bad. This one's okay because it's a hunting one, so I kind of want to see the picture rather than shine anyways. The glare kind of bothers me, you know, and it's just enough to be a little shiny. So, and this is what you do. This is what you do, is you get the hanging kit. I can put this on eBay. I got it on eBay. I think I got it on eBay. But I'll put this in the details for you. Just keep checking back. Sometimes it takes a little bit to get it on there. But I'll get that in the details for you, the links to go straight to it on Amazon. And you just screw it in the thing right there. And always, I've twisted it, but I've also 2 or 3 times did a knot, because this can get, will you shut the door for me, please? My air conditioner's right there, it makes a noise. But you want to tuck the ends, and you can actually take tape and go around this so that way you're not poking your fingers. But you want to tie knots in this every now and then, because this can actually stretch, you know. And so I always go down about a third, about 3 inches or so on each side. And that's how you hang it. And so it's got the black around the edges. And you can see how it looks. So it really is handy. You don't have to worry about fitting it with mats, getting a mat cutter. I'm just going in and out the door. But anyways, I think this is dry enough to where I can actually raise it up. And you can see it. I do have some little edges. So there you go. That is what you want it. And see, I'll put the things on there. I've got them ready to be put on there. And so, doesn't that make that color pop? Putting it on black. much better than putting it on pink because there's so much pink, so much yellow. Green would have been good, but to bring out the greens here. But so yeah, there you go. All I have to do is put my hanging hardware on there, and I'm good to go. So I hope that is very informative, helps you, and show you how easy it is. It's just a few little items that you need to do this with. So now I'll seal it with my Krylon. What are you doing?
He was filming it on my horse thingy.
Well, we'll get it up, baby. We don't cry over spilt milk. Papa does. He gets all upset. Y'all gonna come say goodbye? Come say goodbye to everybody.
Bye.
Say Jesus loves them.
Jesus loves them.
We'll see y'all later. Oh, you want to say it too? I'll get you up. He's got a milk face. He's burping. Excuse me. So excuse me. Excuse
me.
Come over here, Scarlett. Come over here. Now we can see you. Everybody say bye.